Let me ask you a question. How many of you this morning opened your smartphone before you connected with another human being? Can you raise your hand, please? Now another question. How many of you feel that technology has made your life smarter and easier? Now another question. How many of you feel that technology has made your life more stressful and difficult? So you see two opposing truths happening at the same time. That's the digital world, digital-driven world we are living in. Those who are students in 2025, you know something? You guys deserve a national award. Because the moment you are a student now, TikTok is basically ruining your attention span. Instagram is basically ruining your confidence. LinkedIn is basically ruining your self-esteem. And on top of this, AI is basically ruining all your excuses. Yet, when you meet any uncle like me, Baba, poralakha kemon cholche? Your answer or your studying cholche yes, but your brain is buffering. Your emotions are lagging. And your motivation for studying is like Bangladeshi electricity. Chole ashe, abar choleo ja. I studied electrical engineering. But if you give me a circuit today, I might fix it. I might burn your router or your office. And your chance of re-watching Bangladesh-India football match again. Life finally led me to this technology world. I work for connectivity, I work for digital infrastructure, I work for apps, I work for dashboards, servers, microwave, many things. You can easily guess, my friends from my university had become CTO, CIO, head of technology, head of plans and whatnot. And you know something what I have become? I have become bald. And I realized machines were very simpler, but people, not so much. People, not so much. Bangladesh is becoming digital. We are growing. We have got EdTech, startup, we have got everything. Agri-tech, we have got many founders today are speaking. Yet, we sometimes feel we don't know how to use this technology. What is the purpose of technology? Often our systems fail, promises do not deliver. We don't understand why BTRS server only wakes up for a few hours in a week for last 10 long years. We don't understand why when we are ordering for a rail ticket, we need to offer our NID. So that gives us insight that we need to understand technology, how it can serve us. Technology must be serving humanity, not other way around. Let me take you to further while I coach someone. A startup founder, let's call him Adhian. He's a brilliant founder. He made one app with a very smooth UI so that youngsters can increase their productivity. He's a half hoodie, half headphone, all ambition. His apps downloaded, exploded, LinkedIn boost, investor circle. His friend said he's going to be the next unicorn. However, when he came for coaching, he said, Coach MMR, I can build features more than faster I can fix myself. He wasn't sleeping. He was afraid of losing momentum. He was afraid of losing or disappointing his team members. He was afraid of losing publicly. I thought this would be a Gen Z problem. Then immediately I met another guy who is exactly opposite point of this Gen Z side. He's a mid-senior manager, 20 years long career, very dependable, hardworking. He has also same problem. He said, I can fix everything. I can manage technology. I can manage system. I cannot manage people. Coach Amar, please help me. Then I found this is not a technology problem. This is a human problem. This is a leadership problem. Because they are not taught about these human-centered leaders. So what is human-centered leader? Human-centered leadership is based on 3 criteria. You will have to be a servant leader. You lift others. You remove obstacles. You help others. You make sure your teams are successful. You always say, how can I make my team succeed? Instead of saying, how can my team make me successful? Number 2 is you will have to have purpose, purpose-driven leadership. Without purpose, you should not start anything. You should make sure you have purpose. You should make sure your team has a purpose, why they are working this. Purpose gives you this clarity. Number 3, you need to be emotionally intelligent. Emotions only connect humans. Technology can connect devices, but emotion connects humans. Every emotion is right. The reason behind the emotion may not always be right. So first you will have to accept that every other's emotion is right. Then you will have to work on the emotion and make connection. And let me give you this further example of how this can work. One mid-level manager came to me and said, Sir, আমার কথা কেউ শুনে না. My team are not motivated. I asked him, did you ever ask how they are doing? Silence. Then he found one of his team member was unrecognized. One of his team member felt he was not sure what to do. One of his team member was battling depression. He started doing only one thing. He started listening. In weeks, his teams started working better than other teams. People often ask me, Coach MMR, did coaching make you wise, or your bald, shiny head automatically reflect wisdom from the universe? I tell them, hair left so that wisdom could enter. Wisdom needed space and storage. Now the next big question is, how do we make sure that we have these human-centered leaders? Can we rely on HR? If HR created leaders, then of course Bangladesh would have highest density of leadership. Can we even wait for management? Management only approves a leadership training if their CEO's Wi-Fi does not work. You will have to start from your within. Self-leadership is the most important leadership. You need to ask your biases. You need to see how you can help your team members. You need to see whether you can help someone from left, someone from right. You need to check your biases. You need to start helping others. Only then you will be able to become a human-centered leader. And if you are lucky, I repeat, if you are lucky to be a manager or in charge of other people, you will have only 2 works. First, you need to care your team member. And second, you will have to ensure they are growing, not vertically, not promotion-wise. They need all the works, the diverse work you can give them. What is our main workforce now? In Bangladesh, Gen Z and millennials. They really care about all this empathy, mentorship, guide. They don't want controller. They don't want manager. They want mentors. And let's not forget, at the same time, let's not forget about Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha are the first generation who are basically brought alongside AI, automation, and instant gratification and instant information. So they will not even talk to you if you are not a human-centered leader. That would be a mandatory, basic thing that Gen Alpha, when they will be coming to workforce, they will be demanding your human-centered leadership at the very basic minimum. Otherwise, they will just walk away. Before I end, what can I ask you? I ask you, if you imagine you are leading someone, you picture that in your mind. And ask yourself quietly, do you lead someone as a human, or do you lead someone as a machine? Can you raise your hand who are leading or carrying someone as a human? Thank you. With all this human-centered leadership in technology world, no matter what we do, we will have to be human first. If we are not human, of course, we cannot define our next destiny. For defining destiny, we need to be first human. Often it is very simple. Are you ready to be human and human-centered leaders? Yes. Thank you.